He just scored 99.9 percentile in his NEET undergraduate exam and secured a seat in AIIMS Gorakhpur. He was among the top tier in an exam where 2 million people appear. His parents were proud, his people in his street were proud, but the only person who was not proud of this was himself. He committed suicide. He was packed and ready to go to AIIMS Gorakhpur when he committed this. Why did this happen? There was a simple note there. Sorry, Mama, Papa. 5 years plus 3 years post graduation, I cannot do it. A businessman earns the same. Though he had achieved the dream of many of becoming a doctor, before it could start, also, he committed suicide. What is happening? Let's deep dive into this video to see the stark realities of studying medicine in India. 19-year-old Anurag was from a small town in Maharashtra, and like many, he had a dream of becoming a doctor. He struggled hard for it. He studied hard and he scored 99.9 percentile and he got into AIIMS Gorakhpur. But before his journey could start, he committed suicide, saying that he cannot do this journey of 5 years undergraduation, 3 years post graduation, saying that a businessman earns the same. Sorry, Mama, Papa. Simple words, but he ended his life. This life is not going to come back. In today's video, we are not going to see about the pros of becoming a doctor. I'm just going to tell you how hard the journey is, and unless you are actually passionate about it, I will tell you do not proceed. Now let's deep dive into this video, and if you are a student preparing for NEET UG, I think you should see this video to understand the actual journey you are going to take and why passion, hard work and patience is needed in this journey, and if you are not interested, why you shouldn't take it. See, before going into undergraduation, you need to prepare for the NEET undergraduate exam. Now they tell me that they start preparing from 9th and 10th standard. It takes 3-4 years to actually enter into that competitive field, and by the time you clear NEET UG, you are tired and you enter into MBBS thinking that your life is settled now. But after entering into MBBS, you realize that this is just a start of a journey. And this 4 years in undergraduation, you can study a lot. Of course, you should be interested in it. And at the same time, this journey is very beautiful. You will make a whole lot of friends and the college life is very beautiful. And then comes the 1 year compulsory rotation where you become a CRRI and you work in hospitals and you gain hospital exposure. But when you finish undergraduation and come out, you realize that this is not enough. You need to specialize in something. Of course, if you're smart enough and you think that this is enough for you, you can start practicing. But in today's world, to be very practical about it, of course, post-graduation is needed because every patient requires a specialist. Now, you start the journey of preparing for NEET PG and you prepare for a year. Some people crack it immediately, but some people take 1 or 2 years. And then you finish NEET PG and then you enter into post-graduation. When you enter into post graduation, those 3 years will be definitely be difficult. If you are not interested, you won't be able to pass it. But if you are interested and passionate about it, you can go through it. See, in all this journey is going to be very difficult because you're going to be seeing your friends from engineering and other departments who will start earning by the time you are doing undergraduation only, and that will only make you lose your patience. But I advise you to be passionate about it, compassionate about your patients, and continue learning, and just wait, your time will come, and that is very important. And you finish NEET PG. Now this is a time which becomes a dilemma time. That is, people will start practicing. Some will say you have to do super specialization of another 3 years in today's era. Even here, the question of interest comes in. Do super specialization only if you are really interested and passionate about it, because that is another tough journey of 3 years. I've been in this field for 14 years now, and I realized that unless you are interested and truly passionate and patient, your time is never going to come. So that is the most important thing for all the students. I would like to advise that suicide is not an option. Do not do that. You have a lot more opportunities available in this world. The world is very big, and please do not resort to these methods because life is very precious. That life is never going to come back once it goes. Once you go, the main people affected are going to be your parents. They have brought you to this level. See, I'm not saying that you have to study well and do this, do that. What I'm trying to tell you is do what you are passionate about. Be concentrating on things which make you interested and you love to do. You don't have to succumb to peer pressure saying that he's telling me to become a doctor, they told me to become a doctor, that's why I'm studying, otherwise I'm not interested. That is not going to work in the longer run. Today is the time where you sit and introspect and think to yourself whether are we going in the correct journey, do we really want to become a doctor? Because exam can go in two ways. If you don't get in, okay, and you are not interested, you go on. But if you're not interested and you crack, the peer pressure only will make you take the seat, and then you will be reaching a point of no return. So always think twice before you decide a career option, because in today's world, the world is very big and there are thousands of opportunities available, and suicide is definitely not an option. Now, let's see the stark realities of becoming a doctor. See, you become a doctor. You have stopped at MBBS, you've stopped at post graduation, or okay, you're really interested and you have worked hard and you finished super specialty also. See, always people say that India needs more doctors. But of course, that is true. But where are the jobs? That is the question. The number of undergraduate seats in India in 2014 was around 50,000. And today, it is more than a lakh. See, it is more than doubled in a period of 10 years. It is good for the country because we are producing more doctors. But without jobs, where will the doctors go? The pay for undergraduate doctors has significantly reduced in the last 10 years. And people say that in cities, undergraduate doctors earn only about 35,000, 40,000 rupees a month, which is very low to survive in a city. This only will force them to do post graduation, for which they have to work hard. And they take courses only which people say I have scope. They don't take the course actually they are interested in. This is where the paradox comes. You have to take the course and the path which you are interested in. That is when you will do things which you are happy about, and that is how you are going to be successful. If you are doing something which you are not interested, and definitely then that is not going to work out. So always have passion. And this is for the undergraduate students who are actually preparing for NEET UG. Message is mainly for them. Introspect whether what you are doing is right and whether you are in the right path and why you are choosing this field. Being a doctor is very beautiful. You get to save patients. The thankfulness which patients have once they treat you, that no money can buy. But at the same time, you have to be prepared for this journey. This journey is not going to end in 5 years or 8 years. This is a never ending process. Medicine changes every day and you have to keep yourself updated. I'm not trying to scare anyone. I'm just telling you, with proper interest and passion, if you take this field, you will definitely succeed. And this message, I hope it reaches everyone, that you have to be really interested in what you do. This will only prevent these suicides, because the number of suicide cases are increasing. There is one group who commit suicide when they are not able to secure a medical seat, thinking about what the society will think. Now I have prepared for 2 years, I didn't secure a medical seat. They think that they are a failure. No, the world is very big. There is thousands of opportunities. In fact, not becoming a doctor would have been for you something where you're going to push yourself to do something even better. Just wait, your time will come. And now we are seeing a group who got in and they are committing suicide. See, both are very dangerous. Those who didn't achieve are committing suicide. Now we are seeing that those who achieved, getting scared of the journey, they have committed suicide. This is a dangerous trend, and proper awareness need to be brought about it, and that is the need of the hour. This case is not just an isolated incident. Many cases are happening, people committing suicide, and it is becoming a dangerous trend, and proper awareness is the need of the hour. We need more awareness regarding what fields kids can take. Schools can conduct programs where the kids can see, okay, this many fields are there in the world. Because when we study, they tell us only two things: you either become a doctor or you become an engineer. But the world is big, there is so much to do. Only if the kid is exposed to what is there in the world, then only he is going to know what he is really interested in. Because he takes something and then he realizes, no, that was my interest, then that becomes a path of no return, and that is not going to happen. So the most important thing we need now is proper training program in schools, where they conduct these programs of showing that these fields are in the world. Like, not only doctor and engineer, there are so many other fields where you can succeed and in fact earn even more if money is your goal. If passion or love for the field is your goal, then only if you are exposed to those fields, then you will know this is there, that is there. Okay, this is my primary interest, I can do that. This is my primary interest, I can do that. Do not succumb to peer pressure, like your parents are saying you have to become a doctor, your friends are studying for NEET, so I am going to prepare for NEET. No, that is not the answer to this. The real question lies is, what do you want in your life? Because that is what going to take you anywhere. See, once you choose a field, you cannot leave that field. Of course, there are options. You can resign from that and of course study for another field, but that is not practical. We are all from a middle class family, and once we enter into a field, I don't think we can go back from that. So the most important thing required now is proper counseling in schools regarding career path, as much as what physics, chemistry, maths, biology is. Career pathways class is also very important, and schools have to do it, because that is what is going to lead the children to the right path. Because this committing suicide is a dangerous trend, and that is not the answer to any stress in life. Ending life is not the answer, and that has to be stopped. Do like, share and subscribe me for more interesting videos.